Hi there, my name is Scott Doucet, and for my Foundations in Personal Training class, I'm going to present some info on the lumbo-pelvic hip complex. Here today with me is Kaylee and her friend Aideen. They're both avid workout enthusiasts. They work out daily, and they're here to better learn their bodies and find out how they can get into better shape. Alright, so getting into things, the lumbo-pelvic hip complex can also be called the LPHC or the core. It's the region that unites the upper extremities with the lower. It describes the core muscles that connect the pelvis, the rib cage, the cervical, and lumbar spine together. The body's main movers like the quadriceps, hamstrings, abdomen, back, they're all connected to the LPHC as well. Okay, so here we have the kinetic chain concept. This is just to help you better understand the significance of the LPHC and why it's so important. So our joints, they can be compared to the links of a chain. And like a link of a chain, when a link of a chain is secured to something, like feet are secured to the ground, substantial movement of any one link cannot occur without substantial or subsequential movement of the other links. So your feet are to the ground, they're connected, they're one link of the chain. If you even go to move this far link of the chain, all links are engaged basically. So that being said, if you have one weak link in the chain, performance is going to be limited all over. I drew a circle here that's enclosed the three joints of the LPHC. It's all in this pretty small area relatively, just to highlight the importance of it. So still kind of on the kinetic chain concept. A strong core is important for generation of forces and transfer of ground reaction forces. Pitching, for example, the energy, it starts in your core and it's rooted down to the ground. From there, it goes back up through your legs, through your core, then out your arm, and the force is generated to the ball. Okay, so here we have a picture of the pelvis, the LPHC. I just want you to get familiar with the different landmarks. We're going to be talking about some different areas where the muscles are originating and inserting into. So if you just kind of soak that in, it'll kind of help you better understand the things I'm getting into. Okay, yeah, so here's one that's used a lot is the iliac crest. There's quite a few muscles that are going to originate there. Yeah. Okay, some of the muscles we're going to be going over today. We got the rectus spinae. We got the gluteus. We got the iliopsoas, that's the hip flexor. Transverse abdominis, we're not going to be going over that, but it helps in the flexing of the abs, or flexing of the spine. Yeah, all good so far. Okay, so we're talking origins and insertions of muscles. Okay, so for example, we're going to be going over the hip flexors. We got the psoas major and minor here. They're going to be originating at the lumbar spine. They're going to run down through the pelvis, and they're going to insert on the top of the hip. Another one we're going to be going over is the abdomen. It originates up on your sternum, bottom of your sternum, your rib cages, and then it runs down to your pubic bone.
What do you mean by origin and insertion?
Good question. When you say it originates, the muscle originates, it means that it's attached to the bone that kind of moves less than the other bone it's attached to. So a simple example, if you have your bicep, it's going to originate at the less mobile shoulder, and it's going to insert at the more mobile um, radial bone, or maybe another one. Okay, yeah, we also have the tensor fasciae latae. It's going to insert or originate at the iliac crest, and then via the iliotibial tract, it extends down to the knee. That's for flexing of the hip. We're also going to go over the obliques, which originate at the iliac crest and insert up into all the ribs. It also inserts into the linea alba of the abdomen. Okay, so now we understand origins and insertions.
Is the iliac crest your hip bone?
It is, yeah. It's that bone you feel.
Is that bone?
It'll run from the anterior up side, posterior too. It's like a big half moon. Okay, so yeah, some more origins insertions for the back, just kind of quickly. You got your gluteus minimus here, originating at the inferior crest of the ilium. Then the medial gluteus medius, it's kind of the top of the ilium. They both extend and insert on the top of the femur, and then they're going to perform lateral rotation. Okay, that's halfway through our performance.